here in Salem, Massachusetts this morning, and behind me is the Tabernacle United Church of Christ church building. In the early 1800s, it was still known as the Tabernacle Congregational Church, and its notable thing in church Baptist missions history is that that is the building that Adoniram Judson was commissioned from to go to the mission field. And so he had failed to get the London Missionary Society to sponsor him, and so when he came back from there in 1810, he and some others, Congregationalists in the Massachusetts area, got together, and they themselves formed a board for foreign missions. And so here at the Tabernacle Church in Salem was the commissioning service. And so that's kind of a notable point. Now, across the street from the church, I'm assuming there in that red building was where the Salem witch trials were held in the 1600s. And so Salem's very notable for a couple things. Of course, the witch trials, most would think of that today, but the Tabernacle Church, very notable as well. And inside the church, there still is a small museum that has some of the artifacts and memorabilia from the Judsons' time. Of course, it wasn't long after this commissioning service on the boat ride to India that Judson and his wife, through reading the New Testament, came to the conclusion and the determination of the Bible teaching on baptism. And so actually, when they arrived, Judson and his wife arrived in India, they were baptized by immersion by really one of William Carey's co-workers, William Ward. And so, and then of course, the Judsons' inability to stay in India because they were Americans, and the British East India Company did not want them there at that time. Britain and America were in the War of 1812, which forced Judson to the next country to the east, Burma, and where he stayed for 38 years. So interesting place here, the Tabernacle Church. Congregational churches so often lost their doctrinal foothold, and many today are part of the United Church of Christ. That is the case, as you can see here with this building. It's certainly a beautiful building, a lot of history here. The place, Judson and his wife were commissioned to go to missionaries on the foreign field, first India and ultimately to Burma.